The courtroom tension begins instantly. The judge's eyes lock on the defendant, and you can almost feel the silence turn heavy. Viewers, what do you think? Will this defendant hold their ground or crumble under the judge's fire? Stay tuned. This clash is about to get intense.
You said there's an ice hold on.
Well, I
This
checked. I
one.
couldn't find one. So if
Oh, okay.
that was the information I had when he first got arrested led me to believe. For some reason, I made that note in my file. I don't know. I can't really explain.
Are you
why.
Cortez Zachary?
Yes, sir.
Come on out. So tell me, are you Spanish
No, sir.
at all?
No, sir.
Oh, okay, okay. 100% American.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, here we are. You know, you got a lot of cases.
Yes, sir.
All right. You got to deal with this and fix this mess,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Listen closely. Here, this is where legal drama meets raw emotion. The defendant's attitude already signals trouble. But in a courtroom, respect can make or break your case. Do you think the defendant even realizes how badly this behavior could cost him? Comment below. Would you ever act like this in court?
Spantolini's very nice lady, very helpful. Do you know what you're charged with in each of these? We can go over these one at a time so you completely understand it, because there's some serious punishment involved in these. In 23 CR 204, you were charged with the second-degree felony of aggravated assault, family. It says family, but
Look at the judge's tone here. It's almost fatherly, but with an edge of frustration. Imagine being a teacher and one student shows up with 8 different disciplinary slips. That's the vibe. The "you gotta fix this mess" line? That's courtroom speak for "you're in way over your head, son."
there's not an allegation of family.
Notice the judge's tone. Here it's calm, but sharp, like a blade. Experienced judges don't explode immediately. They slice you apart with words first. The real question is, how long before patience runs out? Do you think this defendant will test those limits or finally back down? What's your prediction?
I don't understand. What is that? Can you explain that on 204?
It was a member of it's either the family violence with a member of the household. These were all
Where's that
members of the
alleged?
household.
That has to be alleged in the indictment, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm looking. I read English pretty well. There's nothing in there. Do you have your file?
There,
Yes.
All of them up here. There's 8 of them.
and he is asking that he be placed on the trial docket.
We're not going to try them all together. We're going to try 8 of them. And
Did you catch that? The defendant interrupts again. This isn't just rudeness, it's self-destruction. In court, every interruption digs the hole deeper. Imagine sitting in the gallery. Would you cringe, laugh, or feel secondhand embarrassment? Let us know what reaction would you have if you witnessed this live.
you understand, if you're convicted, all those can be stacked on top of each other. So
The ones that are in consecutive order, 04 through 08, are all on the same date. The 2
That's
road
not the
cases
point.
Are different ones. It could be
if they're a
stacked.
different event,
It's not one event.
you say it's the same date.
The 504 through 08 are all at the same event, same date, same event.
Well, yeah, but you don't. Okay, you don't get to shoot 10 people and say, I get the same as 1, but I'll just do 10 to just get it out of my system. You don't get to shoot 10 and not look at consecutive punishments. I mean, it's the event is you shoot one person, the next person is a different. You don't get a package deal like we're at the market. 6 for $1. It's every life, every victim has their own separate worth and individual accountability to harm caused to them. Anyway, yeah, I've looked at it. You don't have to show me. It's not in here. You're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon is what you're charged with, which is a second-degree felony. If convicted, you face no less than 2 nor more than 20 years confinement.
This is courtroom gold. The judge leans forward, voice growing firmer. Authority is being reestablished. The balance of power is shifting, and you can see the defendant's confidence begin to crack. Here's a question. If you were the judge, what punishment would you hand down for this behavior?
And a fine up to $10,000. But you're not only punished in law by the crime charged, but criminal history has a lot to do with your punishment. Your criminal history is pretty serious. You have a 2010 assault on a peace officer out of Limestone County conviction. Thereafter, it looks like you have 3 convictions in the court next door in 2017 of aggravated robbery. So if all of this is true, we're going to cut to the chase. You're a habitual offender status, which means you're looking at no less than 25 years up to 99 years or life in prison. That's just in that one. In 23, and I'm not sure what the family, if it's dating or family, whatever, what.
Did you catch that?
Look at the body language, hands waving, voice rising. The defendant thinks volume equals victory. But in law, silence can be more powerful than shouting. Tell me, do you believe this defendant is scared deep down, or just too arrogant to realize the danger ahead? Comment with your thoughts.
Minimum 2 years, maximum 20. But here's the kicker. Because of Zachary's prior convictions, the judge upgrades the punishment like a video game power-up, except it's the kind you don't want. Welcome to habitual offender status. Translation: the law now sees you as a repeat danger to society, and the sentencing ceiling just blew off the roof.
Difference that can make.
It doesn't, Your Honor, in there. It's just the way they showed it.
Now, with his history. Then you have 23 CR 205, which also alleges on or about the same day, January 29th, 2023, committing the first-degree felony of assault. This one's first-degree felony. All right, in 23 CR 205, this alleges similar allegations as the previous case, and it's in the caption. It says a first-degree felony, but I think that's wrong. I think it's second-degree. So you're looking at.
Wow, the courtroom erupts in laughter for a moment, but don't be fooled. This isn't comedy. It's chaos. Even humor can't save someone from disrespecting the bench. Do you think the judge secretly enjoys breaking down cocky defendants, or is this just pure frustration spilling out?
Still with the
Again,
same enhancements.
The same punishment range as the previous case. You understand? So I don't need to go over
Yeah,
that with you.
25.
Then 23 CR 206, it alleges on or about that same date, January 29th, 2022, in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the state jail felony of unlawful restraint for a person, a young child younger than 17, a state jail felony. So that is, a state jail felony is generally no less than 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail and a fine up to $10,000. But you've got these prior convictions on 2010 and 2017 alleged. The state jail felony is a state jail felony, but the punishment could be enhanced. And here, it appears as though it can be enhanced to a.
Here comes the turning point. The judge raises their voice. The gavel hasn't dropped yet, but the warning is loud and clear. Cross this line again, and it's over. Viewers, what do you think, will the defendant finally shut up, or are we seconds away from contempt of court?
Second-degree felony punishment. So you're looking at, in that one, no less than 2 nor more than 20 years confinement in prison and a fine up to $10,000. In 23 CR 207, this alleges on or about that same date, January 29th, 2023, in Jefferson County, Texas, committing the first-degree felony of aggravated assault with the same prior convictions. So as before in the first 2 cases, you are looking at, if convicted of everything, habitual felony status, no less than 25 up to 99 years or life imprisonment. That one in 23 CR 208, that now it alleges a.
And there it is. The judge issues the ultimate threat, jail time. Suddenly, the room feels colder. The defendant's smirk fades, replaced by uncertainty. This is the moment arrogance collides with reality. Have you ever seen someone realize they went too far? That's exactly what's happening here.
Aggravated assault with a dating relationship. In this case, the same date, January, on or about January 29th, 2023, in Jefferson County, Texas. First-degree felony, with the same prior convictions. So it's all 20, minimum of 25 up to life imprisonment. And finally, 23, no, not finally. Next up, almost there.
At this point, it's like a grim drum roll. Each new charge adds another mountain of years. The date January 29th, 2023 keeps popping up like a bad refrain. Same day, multiple crimes. Imagine one chaotic 24 hours spiraling into decades, maybe even life in prison.
23 CR 88.
The silence now is deafening. Everyone's waiting for the defendant's response. Will it be apology or defiance? Either way, the stakes are sky high. You can feel the tension through the screen. What would you do if you were standing there, fight to the end, or finally swallow your pride?
2, this alleges that on or about October 6th of 2022, before the other events, it is alleged that you committed illegal possession of cocaine, a state jail felony, but it has those same 4 prior convictions in 2010 and 2017. So if convicted, this state jail felony becomes punished as though it were a second-degree felony, up to 20 years in prison. And finally, 24 CR 476, it alleges on or about November 15th, 2022, in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the second-degree felony of illegal possession of methamphetamine, controlled substance. If convicted, you're looking at no less than 2, no more than 20 years confinement in prison and a fine up to 10.
The silence now is deafening. Everyone's waiting for the defendant's response. Will it be apology or defiance? Either way, the stakes are sky high. You can feel the tension through the screen. What would you do if you were standing there, fight to the end, or finally swallow your pride?
$1,000, but those same 4 prior convictions that we talked about in 2010 and the 3 in 2017 are alleged. So that enhances it to an habitual felony status. So if convicted, you're looking no less than 25 up to life, up to 99 years or life imprisonment. So 7 different cases, and essentially, if convicted on each of those,
You may be missing one, Your Honor.
2, 4, 6. I am.
It's 0477. Is that the?
Yeah. 0477 is on or about November 15th. It is alleged 2022. You committed illegal possession of cocaine, a state jail felony.
And that's the showdown. The defendant tried to talk over the law, but learned the hard way: you don't win against the gavel. If you loved this breakdown, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this video with friends. Courtroom drama never disappoints, and more is coming soon.